Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 38 of Direwolf20's 1.18 mod pack. And today we are in another dimension. This is one I actually just created with a Forge Ores block tag attribute thing. And this is what it generated. These aren't full spheres. We'll get into that in a second because the interior is actually a liquid. So you can actually look at this. Like there is ores that shouldn't actually be here, like ruby. We've got just quite a few. You've got elementium, yellorite. If you don't know, uranium actually replaces yellorite. So the fact that we have it is kind of interesting. Um, there's tons and tons of good stuff. This stuff, cobalt, even ancient debris, emeralds, diamonds, dragonstone ore, and then you can see there's some yellow looking liquid here. This yellow actually, this yellow liquid here is actually very, very useful because it'll allow for us to skip a step inside of the mechanism mod. And I don't really think I'm going to skip all of the steps. We're going to do it later, but this will help us for a little brief while because I don't really want to get into setting it all up because it takes so much time. And I've done it once before in a previous series. I believe the last Direwolf20 series I did. This is actually still full of lava. Let's get a tank. We can just kind of get rid of that lava here. All right. And we'll just put another jumbo tank down. And we're basically going to tank a lot of this liquid lithium. Note, this is not lithium. This is liquid lithium. Liquid lithium is actually a step below lithium because you actually need to decondense. Basically throw it in a rotary condensator and do the opposite, right? So then gets lithium, and then lithium can be made. Let's see if I'm thinking about this right. So lithium can do a few things here. So you've got tritium, you've got making it back into liquid lithium, and then you have the chemical crystallizer, which then can make lithium dust. Lithium dust can then make basic induction cells, basic induction providers, and of course make it back into lithium. The original way of doing this is using a thermal evaporation chamber, which is a multi-block inside a mechanism that's a little bit more involved than I really want to get into because you need brine, you need the multi-block, and the brine is made with salt. Salt is made with, let's see, I don't even know if you can actually make salt. The only way you can do is salt blocks. So basically, you have to mine it, right? So we're kind of skipping a step here, and we're going straight for the liquid lithium. I'm going to grab a little bit of this, and then I'm going to probably figure out a cooler thing with these, because this is actually really neat. I want to get a digital miner in here and just kind of take a lot of this ore. Honestly, I kind of just love looking at it. It's just such a mishmash of ores. Like gold, basically anything with a forge ore tag is here. That's the actual thing, and I can show you guys in a minute here. The actual dimlet, but it's just I'm loving it. There are a few other things that I've kind of been looking at. I did the digital miner to get some Envar and graphite blocks. So I might as well do that. So I did that. Went ahead and started that. And now we're kind of just getting this. I want to get this because the um more power storage, right? Because if you don't know, the induction cells, I believe, providers and cells are actually what mechanisms higher storage um, for RF and FE is, right? Because this is Giga FE or GFE, which is just a whole lot of power. And of course, it goes up from there to TFE and KFE. And yeah, this is just absolutely insane. And then I'm pretty sure this is like million FE. like, I'm not even sure if it's million. Might just be like something ridiculous, right? But 52 of whatever that is, right? So the more we get into this, the better it is, and you can put a lot of these into there. Um, you know, so keep that in mind. There's quite a bit of stuff to look at, and getting this is just one of the very first steps. Which maybe in the future we will do this legitimately, but for now we're kind of cheesing it. Alrighty, so let's get this set up. What do we need to make this liquid lithium into lithium, right? So we need the rotary condensator, or whatever. We actually need to bookmark it before I forget. So we need a basic chemical tank, an energy tablet. Let's see here. Any second now. I really need to get my systems like faster or something. Who knows? It's not processing anymore. I don't know. It seems like refined storage is a bit wonky, but that's all right. Alrighty, energy tablet, rotary condensator, and we will just go upstairs real quick to toss this in our mechanism area. Let's go for, I don't think I have any ultimates. I have exactly one ultimate universal cable that'll work. And we will grab a tank with our lithium, liquid lithium in it. All right. And we'll say up top, let's clear all sides. Up top is input for, not items, for fluids. Clear input. And then we'll say toggle. I don't think this is going to pull. Dang. All right, let's get, oh, didn't mean to break that. Let's get a cable of some sort, a pipe. Why do I keep saying cable? Why can't I type? There's a lot of things that I don't know the answer to as of current, but that's all right. All right, so let's grab our create crescent hammer. Goodness gracious, what is wrong? I cannot keep my mon straight today. All right, and it does not look like this is actually keeping power. So let's go energy, input in the bottom. And let's actually grab a muffle upgrade. You know, I always turn off using the muffle mod, but there is actually a secondary option, which is called the muffling upgrade for mechanism. All you gotta do is throw it in here, and it'll muffle it. Of course, I didn't know that you need 4 of them, but we can actually get 4 of them real quick. It's not too big of an issue. All right. And let's just do it the mod way for a second. I never actually make the muffle upgrades, but there you go. Completely quiet. We're making lithium. We could actually probably grab some energy upgrades if we really wanted to. Wouldn't be too bad of an option. All right. Shift right click those in there. And we're using a lot less power than what we were previously. We could also grab some speed upgrades. 8 of those in total as well. All right, shift right click. And you can see that we have just went through all of that. All right, what next? So for lithium to become lithium dust, we need a chemical crystallizer. A crystallizer, eh? All right, so chemical crystallizer. This is actually a more expensive machine for mechanism, as you can see here, but we should be able to auto craft most of this. I've actually not taught this machine how to make refined obsidian ingots because I don't actually have the machine back there for that. So let's actually just quickly grab some refined obsidian dust. We just need 4 of that. And some osmium. Alright. And I believe that machine is actually upstairs. Have I not brought it down? It is actually right here. Alrighty. So we need some ultimate cables, which I don't have. Let's see here. These cables right here. It might be a minute. Alrighty, so we're all hooked up here. Let's throw the osmium in there. Refined obsidian dust in here. And I don't think this has any upgrades. So let's look at mech upgrade. Let's just grab 10 and 2. 10 minus 2. Let's see here. There we go. Shift right click. Shift right click. There's our 4 refined obsidian ingots. And actually, I probably don't want this machine here. So let's actually break this. Not the brick. Let's put this here. And then let's go for 10 minus 2. Goodness gracious. We're actually going to need these anyway. Alright. And then chemical crystallizer. We need the steel casing. There we go. Alright, so let's throw this machine down. This. I do believe this actually has a gas upgrade. No, it's another machine. But it does have muffling. We won't bother with that. We will actually just come in here. And actually this hasn't made any sound, so it's not like it matters. Not yet, at least. So the right is input. The left on this, for gases, should be output. Okay. Let's grab a muffle upgrade. So let's go enriched alloy, I believe. What is it called? Infused alloy? And we'll go muffle. Mech muffle. We'll just do 2 for now. And we're making lithium dust. That is our main goal here. Just to get some lithium dust so we can actually, make some better power storage here. So what we can do with this, of course, is get a basic induction cell or a basic induction provider. And holding shift in on this, an advanced complex of coolant system, conductors, and transformers capable of expanding the energized induction matrix maximum rate of energy transfer. So this is the thing that stores the massive amount of energy. So we also have, I don't think this is the block we need. What is it called? It's this thing, induction casing, induction port. Let's go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe I remember how to make this, but I'm not 100% sure here. So let's grab that. Grab 2 of those for now, that's fine. I do kind of want to grab a little bit more of this. Just in case. Alright. Let's go for a basic induction, which is going to need quite a bit of these. Alright. And then basic. I'm definitely going to teach this thing how to craft this in a minute. I just want to see what's involved in it. So we've got a basic induction, and then we'd also want to grab a basic induction provider. We'll craft up that stuff. We'll then get a steel casing. All right, basic energy cube, basic provider. And I'll show you guys what this actually does here. So let me, if I remember how this works. I believe I do, but I'm not sure. All right, so let's go here. We'll put the provider, we'll put the cell, just kind of in the middle of this. We'll put a port on each side, and we'll surround this whole thing. And then, of course, this is significantly expensive compared to basically anything else. But yeah, here is the formed multi-block. You can see that this is capacity of 3.2, input, output. You can see that there is some statistics even. So the amount of, things in it. I'm not 100% sure how much this would actually transfer, but I think it's just that. Yeah, 102 KFE. Okay. And of course, this is just what this holds. So that is to keep in mind. Of course, you can make this so much bigger, but I'm going to actually auto craft the rest of this and going to get ultimate on it. I think I'm probably going to have 4 capacity and then 4 providers. I'm not sure if I can even do that. I don't know if you can have multiple providers or if you can only have 1 provider. I don't think I really would need any more providers, honestly. This is going to be just kind of like flux storage for basically all of our system. Just so we have a backup rather than just using the flux storage stuff. So let's see here. So if we were to autocraft this, which we need to go up here, and we could look at the induction casing, which is this. We could look at the energized tablet. We can look at, I don't really think I need an induction port, but you know what? Let's make that as well, just in case. Let's go for the induction cell, right? And then of course we'll need to teach it how to make this, and then how to make this. Nice proper glass. And then provider. All right. And then if I go throw these in here, so I can just clear up my inventory a little bit. All right. Let's toss this stuff out of my inventory. But if we actually look at mech and look at only craftables, we should be able to see that we should be able to craft one of these. Alrighty, so let's get the rest of this going here. So we want an advanced, which you can see how expensive this gets, right? We'll need a lot of lithium. And actually, each one of these requires the appropriate tier of energy cube. So let's not forget to craft that as well. Let's hold shift. So we've got those 2. Induction, we'll need the ultimate. Oh man, I just actually clicked out of that. All right, there's the ultimate cell. And the same thing with the provider, most likely. That one, and then this one. We might not even have enough materials to craft the ultimate variation of the provider, honestly, because we were probably running low on some things. All right, so if we were to say, hey, I want, where's it at? Okay, this, the ultimate, start. Yeah, we're not having enough lithium. So let's go actually grab some more of that. Alrighty. So let's actually grab a chest. Diamond chest to work for now. We'll say output, top, auto eject. There we go. Actually, we could just straight up output this into our system. I have that ender chest down there sitting on the importer, so let's just do that. All right. And of course, we can just toss that stuff in there as well. All right, so let's see here. So for an ultimate provider and induction. So we need 127 lithium dust for just one ultimate induction cell. So let me be back. Let me let this process. And yeah, I'll hopefully have enough lithium. If I don't, then that's a problem. Alrighty, so we're gonna build this bigger one in the wall here at our base. I'm actually just gonna put some glass up so we can actually kind of just look at it. So what we're gonna do is, I'm not sure the dimensions of this because we have 4, right? And then 2. So I guess we could do that. That would work. We could actually just move this up. So boom, boom. Provider, induction cell. Nope. I was trying to scroll. It wasn't letting me for a second there. User operator, most likely, but that's fine. All right, and then 3 induction cells. And then we will put this around. All of this. And what I want to do is actually, so that's not really center, but that's fine. This isn't going to be center at all. This is kind of more for looks. Just a little bit. Oh, and I didn't put the wall, so it actually was centered. Fail. Alright, that's good. Anyway, let's go here. This will be off-center with the port, which I don't really care too much. We can put one here, and the other one here. And my plan for this is to actually make a new power port. How much would this hold? 6.5 TFE. If I actually make a new flux point, right? So I want a new flux plug and a new flux point. I don't really know if I need the flux plug, but it'll be fine. All right, so the way we're going to do this is... where is my flux plug? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, on this side, this is going to be a new network. We're going to call this not power. We're going to actually add a new network. And we're going to call this power receive or power res. Power res. There we go. That'll be fine. We'll just do public. Who cares? And we'll do yellow. Okay, power res. And then on the flux plug side, we're going to do power. This is so I don't have to change everything out. We're going to disable all of this. I don't really need chunk loading. I guess we can throw that on there. Might as well. And then here we're going to do the same thing. Chunk loading might as well. And this is priority, whatever. This is going to be the only one on the network anyway. We're not too worried about that. All right. So the premise of this is we're going to then go to our power system. There actually will be more than one flux plug pulling power into that, but just right now there's only one. All right, and it's going to be this one. So we're actually going to do flux power res, and that'll be good. We actually do want to keep these on our network. All right, so let's go figure this out here. So I'm not sure how we draw power out of this thing. So I got to make sure we're actually doing that. So let's go down. This is receiving power. All right, so how do we set this to export power? Do I need the mechanism configurator? Set to energy. Okay, so we've toggled that to output, right? Now we're outputting purely out of this. I don't know if that'll create a bottleneck. Let's make sure this is actually input. Okay. All right, and this is inputting basically all of the power, and this thing is going to get full. you can see that we are basically drying up the nether star generators, which will happen. They most likely will run out of stars because they use them indefinitely. So that is going to be a thing. I do plan on getting into the um, extreme reactors mod soon. I just don't want to get into it right now because I actually do want to look at getting more wither spawners. I don't know if that's a really good idea, but I do want to look into that and see what would happen in that front. I'm just gonna clear out this area. I want to make this look a little bit nicer. We're not gonna do too fancy here. And we're just gonna put a glass wall. And then we'll probably put a stone door here somewhere. But for now, I may not even cover this up for now, but just because I want to make sure everything's still going properly. But this will also let all of the nether star generators constantly run, and I'm kind of curious how bad the nether star situation is going to get quickly. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see these are just drawing left and right. Oop, almost fell into the void. Let this guy die off here. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this thing actually has stacks in it. Has this not been pushing this entire time? Oops. This might have been just like voiding the nether stars, by the way, for quite a long time. That's alright. We will be using plenty of them. Alright, and to the right, this should be essence output. I don't know what in the world's happening with this. I thought I had these settings right, because this was filling for quite a long time. But what I plan on doing is in the future having 4 or 5 of these, maybe 4. Changing this whole system to have a wither builder, right? At the very bottom, mob slaughter factory, or the mob crusher, and basically make these small. Whether that be putting them all in the same chunk, I'm not sure. Maybe if we spaced them 40 blocks apart, maybe. Because the Wither Blast is stronger because of the mods added into this pack. So I'm gonna get hit from quite a distance. I'm pretty sure it's like right about here is kind of the cutoff, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, because if we can actually test this here. Let's see where we get hit. Come on. Yeah, see? That is a pretty far distance. So I'm not sure. I don't. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 blocks, right? 22 blocks is the cutoff. So yeah, 25 blocks in between would be perfect. You can see that these things are just eating up nether stars. Well, that's our power system kind of a little bit more finalized. We have a massive buffer now, which I'm fine with. One thing that I might want to do with this is I do still need to get this flux system up and running. I think I have an idea for it. I'm still not sure, right? Because the click activate thing is still not something I'm sure. Well, I guess actually the deployer. The deployer is what I was going to use. And I think I have an entity reader now from Quark, I believe is what the mod is. So, I mean, in the future, we can definitely get entity detector. We can actually quickly look at this. We have time. Entity detector. Let's see what happens here. All right, so let's put this down. Let's say Water, ambient, living, players, mob, monster. I'm not sure what that actually says. Tameable, probably. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything that would actually help. Because if I drop an item in this radius, so for example, this piece of coal, I got my magnet on. Alright, so this piece of coal, this should not turn on in any way. Yeah, so this won't work. It's not detecting all entities. Okay. Well, it looks like we have to get into pneumatic craft to actually have anything really different. Entity, and honestly, I might have to just look into it. Pneumatic craft detector, I believe. There's something in here. It's like an upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Entity tracker upgrade. And then I was thinking universal sensor. Why do I keep putting at universal? Which is actually this thing right here. I might go into a creative world and make sure this is actually able to be used. Because if it's not, then I probably should not go for it, right? Molten plastic, huh? Alrighty. With that, we are going to end the episode here. I will be back next episode with the results of if this is actually going to work. If not, we will be using Direwolf20's method of the integrated tunnels. I'm just kind of being stubborn and wanting to do it my own way. But who knows? Maybe I need to go and do integrated tunnels. All right. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.